This is a public service announcement brought to you in part by Slim Shady. The views and events expressed here are totally fucked and are not necessarily the views of anyone. However, the events and suggestions that appear on this album are not to be taken lightly. Children should not partake in the listening in this album with laces in their shoes. Slim Shady is not responsible for your actions. Upon reading this, you have agreed not to try this at home. Anything else. The President in the Press, address before the American Newspaper Publishers of their Association, in April 27, 1961. President John F. Kennedy, Waldorf Astoria Hotel, New York City, April 27, 1961. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate very much your generous invitation to be here tonight. You bear heavy responsibilities these days, and an article one read some time ago reminded me of how particularly heavily the burdens of present-day events bear upon your profession. You may remember that in 1851 the New York Herald Tribune, under the sponsorship and publishing of Horace Greeley, employed as its London correspondent an obscure journalist by the name of Karl Marx. We are told that foreign correspondent Marx, stone-broke and with a family ill and undernourished, constantly appealed to Greeley and managing editor for an increase in his munificent salary of $5 per installment, a salary which he and Engels ungratefully labeled as the lousiest petty bourgeois cheating. But when all his financial appeals were refused, Marx looked around for other means of livelihood and fame, eventually terminating his relationship with the Tribune and devoting his talents full-time to the cause that would bequeath the world the seeds of Leninism, Stalinism, revolution, and the Cold War. If only this capitalistic New York newspaper had treated him more kindly, if only Marx had remained a foreign correspondent, history might have been different, and I hope all publishers will bear this lesson in mind the next time they receive a poverty-stricken appeal for a small increase in the expense account from an obscure newspaper man. I have selected as the title of my remarks tonight, The President in the Press. Some may suggest that this would be more naturally worded, The President versus the Press. But those are not my sentiments tonight. It is true, however, that when a well-known diplomat from another country demanded recently that our State Department repudiate certain newspaper attacks on his colleague, it was unnecessary for us to reply that this administration was not responsible for the press had already made it clear that it was not responsible for this administration. Nevertheless, my purpose here tonight is not to deliver the usual assault on the so-called one-party press. On the contrary, in recent months I have rarely heard any complaints about political bias in the press except from a few Republicans. Nor is it my purpose tonight to discuss or defend the televising of presidential press conferences. I think it is highly beneficial to have some 20 million Americans regularly sit in on these conferences to observe, if I may say so, the incisive, the intelligent, and the courteous qualities displayed by your Washington correspondents. Nor, finally, are these remarks intended to examine the proper degree of privacy which the press should allow to any president and his family. If in the last few months your White House reporters and photographers have been attending church services with regularity, that has surely done them no harm. On the other hand, I realize that your staff and wire service photographers may be complaining that they do not enjoy the same green privileges at the local golf courses that they once did. It is true that my predecessor did not object as I do to pictures of one's golfing skill in action, but neither on the other hand did he ever be a Secret Service man. My topic tonight is a more sober one of concern to publishers as well as editors. I want to talk about our common responsibilities in the face of a common danger. I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. So here we go, the police against us, dark as dusk, waitin' for the guns to bust. What's next, man? What's next? I don't know, and I don't care. One thing's for sure, tomorrow I won't be here, but if I go I'm taking all these punks with me. Pass me a clip, G, now come and get me. You want to sweat me, never get me to be silent, giving them a reason to claim that I'm violent, killing us one by one in one way or another. America will find a way to eliminate the problem one by one. The problem is the troubles in the black youth of the ghettos, and one by one we are being wiped off the face of this earth at an extremely alarming rate, and even more alarming is the fact that we are not fighting back. Brothers, sisters, niggas. When I say niggas, it is not the nigga we are grown to fear. It is not the nigga we say as if it has no meaning, but to me it means never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Niggas, what are we going to do? Walk blind into a line? Or fight and die if we must, like niggas? This is for the masses, the lower classes, the ones you left out. Jobs were giving better living, but we were kept out, made to feel inferior, but we're superior. Break the chains in our brains that made us fear you. Pledge allegiance to a flag that neglects us. Honor a man that who refuses to respect us. Emancipation Proclamation, please. Lincoln just said that to save the nation. These are lies that we all accepted. Say no to drugs, but the government's kept it running through our community, killing the unity. The war on drugs is a war on you and me, and yet they say this is the home of the free. But if you ask me, it's all about hypocrisy. The Constitution, yo, it don't apply to me, and Lady Liberty still the bitch lied to me. Steady strong, nobody's going to like what I'm saying, but it's wrong to keeping someone from learning something. So get up, it's time to start nation building. I'm fed up. We gotta start teaching children that they can be all that they want to be. There's much more to life than just poverty. This is definitely words of wisdom. America, I charge you with the crime of rape, murder, and assault for suppressing and punishing my people. I charge you with robbery for robbing me of my history. I charge you with false imprisonment for keeping me trapped in the projects, and the jury finds you guilty on all accounts, and you are to serve the consequences of your evil schemes. Prosecutor, do you have any more evidence? Words of wisdom, they shine upon the strength of a nation. Conquer the enemy on with education. Protect yourself. Reach for what you want to do. Know thyself. Teach what we've been through on with the knowledge of the place. Then no one will ever oppress this race again. No Malcolm X in my history text. Why is that? Because he tried to educate and liberate all blacks. Why is Martin Luther King in my book each week? He told blacks if they get smacked, turn the other cheek. I don't get it. So many questions went through my mind. I get sweated. They act as if asking questions is a crime, but forget it. One day I'm gonna prove them wrong. Now every brother had to smother on the welfare line. The American dream, though it like it's attainable, they're pulling your sleeve. Don't believe, cause it will strangle you. Pulling the life of your brain. I can't explain. Beg as you can obtain from which you came. Swear that your mother is living in equality. Forgetting your brother, that's living her apology. Thought they had a speedin' when they took out King, but the battle ain't over till the black man sings words of wisdom. But the battle ain't over till the black man sings words of wisdom. America's nightmare, is that what I am? America's nightmare, well I am what you made me. The hate and evil that you gave me I shine, of a reminder of what you have done to my people for 400 plus years. You should be scared, you should be running, you should be trying to silence me, but you cannot escape fate. Well, it is my turn to come, just as you rose you shall fall by my hands. America, you reap what you sow. Several shots rang out during the interview as the two women screamed and ducked moments before the shooting. A bitter ex-television reporter, carrying a handgun in a homicidal rage 2 years after his ugly firing, made himself the lead story complete with shocking video. Tormented journalist emptied his gun into a 24-year-old ex-colleague and her cameraman from point-blank range Wednesday as a live audience watched the double homicide over morning coffee. The remorseless killer actually videotaped the 6:45 a.m. slaughter, posting a 56-second clip on Facebook and Twitter before killing himself as Virginia State Police closed in about 5 hours later, just seconds before squeezing off the first shot at the reporter, seemingly waiting until the moment her cameraman framed her on air. By the time the video clip ended, the sounds of another 14 gunshots were clearly heard. Despite a desperate sprint for safety, was pronounced dead. Gunned down alongside her was her cameraman and friend. The events of recent weeks may have helped to illuminate that challenge for some. The dimensions of its threat have loomed large on the horizon for many years. Whatever our hopes may be for the future for reducing this threat or living with it, there is no escaping either the gravity or the totality of its challenge to our survival and to our security, a challenge that confronts us in unaccustomed ways in every sphere of human activity. This deadly challenge imposes upon our society two requirements of direct concern both to the press and to the president, two requirements that may seem almost contradictory in time, which must be reconciled and fulfilled if we are to meet this national peril. I refer, first, to the need for a far greater public information and second, to the need for far greater official secrecy. The very word, secrecy, is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are as a people inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweigh the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it, and there is very great danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it is in my control, and no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. But I do ask every publisher, every editor, and every newsman in the nation to re-examine his own standards and to recognize the nature of our country's peril. In time of war, the government and the press have customarily joined in an effort based largely on self-discipline to prevent unauthorized disclosures to the enemy. In time of clear and present danger, the courts have held that even the privileged rights of the First Amendment must yield to the public's need for national security. Today no war has been declared, and however fierce the struggle may be, it may never be declared in the traditional fashion. Our way of life is under attack. Those who make themselves our enemy are advancing around the globe. The survival of our friends is in danger, and yet no war has been declared, no borders have been crossed by marching troops, no missiles have been fired. If the press is awaiting a declaration of war before it imposes the self-discipline of combat conditions, then I can only say that no war ever posed a greater threat to our security. If you are awaiting a finding of clear and present danger, then I can only say that the danger has never been more clear and its presence has never been more imminent. It requires a change in outlook, a change in tactics, a change in missions by the government, by the people, by every businessman or labor leader, and by every newspaper. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. It conducts the Cold War, in short, with a wartime discipline no democracy would ever hope or wish to match. Nevertheless, every democracy recognizes the necessary restraints of national security, and the question remains whether those restraints need to be more strictly observed if we are to oppose this kind of attack as well as outright invasion. For the facts of the matter are that this nation's foes have openly boasted of acquiring through our newspapers information they would otherwise hire agents to acquire through theft, bribery, or espionage. That details of this nation's covert preparations to counter the enemy's covert operations have been available to every newspaper reader, friend and foe alike. That the size, the strength, the location, and the nature of our forces and weapons, and our plans and strategy for their use, have all been pinpointed in the press and other news media to a degree sufficient to satisfy any foreign power, and that, in at least in one case, the publication of details concerning a secret mechanism called the pacemaker whereby satellites were followed required its alteration at the expense of considerable time and money. The newspapers which printed these stories were loyal, patriotic, responsible, and well-meaning. Had we been engaged in open warfare, they undoubtedly would not have published such items, but in the absence of open warfare, they recognized only the tests of journalism and not the tests of national security, and my question tonight is whether additional tests should not now be adopted. The question is for you alone to answer. No public official should answer it for you. No governmental plan should impose its restraints against your will, but I would be failing in my duty to the nation, in considering all of the responsibilities that we now bear and all of the means at hand to meet those responsibilities, if I did not commend this problem to our attention and urge its thoughtful consideration. On many earlier occasions, I have said, and your newspapers have constantly said, that these are times that appeal to every citizen's sense of sacrifice and self-discipline. They call out to every citizen to weigh his rights and comforts against his obligations to the common good. I cannot now believe that those citizens who serve in the newspaper business consider themselves exempt from that appeal. I have no intention of establishing a new Office of War Information to govern the flow of news. I am not suggesting any new forms of censorship or any new types of security classifications. I have no easy answer to the dilemma that I have posed and would not seek to impose it if I had one, but I am asking the members of the newspaper profession and the industry in this country to re-examine their own responsibilities, to consider the degree and the nature of the present danger, and to heed the duty of self-restraint which that danger imposes upon us all. Every newspaper now asks itself, with respect to every story, is it news? There used to be a time when you could just say a rhyme and wouldn't have to worry about one of your people dying, but now it's elevated, cause once you put someone's kids in it, the shit gets escalated. It ain't just words no more, is it? It's a different ball game. You call names and you ain't just rapping. We actually tried to stop the 50 and job beef from happening. Me and Dre had sat with him, kicked it and had a chat with him and asked him not to start it. He wasn't going to go after him until he started yapping in magazines how he got him. Fuck it, 50 smash him, mash him and let him have it. Meanwhile my attention's pulled in another direction. Some receptionist at the source who answers phones at his desk has an erection for me and thinks that I'll be his resurrection. Tries to blow the dust off his mic and make a new record, but now he's fucked the game up cause one of the ways I came up was through that publication, the same one that made me famous. Now the owner of it has got a grudge against me for nothing. I did nothing but shoot for the moon. No one is specialer. My skill is intergalactical. I get cynical, act a fool, then I send a crew back to schools since MCs get taken to school with this music cause I use it as a vehicle to bust a rhyme. Now I lead a new school full of students. Me. I'm a product of Rakim, Lakem Shabazz, Tupac NWA, Cube, Hey, Doc, Ren, Yella, Easy, thank you. They got Slim inspired enough to one day grow up, blow up and be in a position to meet Run DMC and induct them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Even though he thinks I walk in the church and burst in a ball of flames, only Hall of Fame I be inducted in is the wall of names on the wall of pain that you think is all a game. Till I walk this block of names, tell me what in the are you thinking? We still have soldiers that's on the front line that's willing to die for us as soon as we give the orders never to extort us. You know what I'm saying. So keep moving, don't take it personal, don't let it get to you, don't let them get the best of you. After you smoke a bag of your weed and start imagining things and you just can't see that your jealousy and envy just whirls me in a frenzy as I turn on MTV and see my face. I don't exist in your world. I just twist and I twirl till it spirals and spins till you hurl yourself into rage and it's destroying me slowly cause you don't even know me. Even though I torture myself cause I don't need no fortune and wealth, go extort someone else to get served like what you like all in the dough, and now you're acting like you need to push me cause you think it's only to raise me to be someone I'm not cause it just don't make any sense when I already gave my last 2 cents to the judge for this felony I now got. You want to push and pull me but you know that he can't fool me. He's mad, he has no choice but to scream and raise his voice up at me. It annoys him to see that I ain't scared. If I were to die murdered in cold blood tomorrow, would you feel sorrow or show love, or would it matter? I can never leap off to be the leader to the better of things. Shit for me to feed off. I'm seesaw battling, but there's way too much at stake for me to be fake. There's too much on my plate and I came way too far in this game to turn and walk away and not say what I got to say. What the fuck you take me for? A joke? You smoking crack? Before I do that, I get up before I get down. I'll run myself in the ground before I put some whack shit out. I'm trying to smack this one out the park. 5,000 mark. You all steady trying to drown the shark ain't going to do nothing but piss me off. That leads to the kind of whoop ass. Just twist me off. See me leap out. Pull the piece out. Fuck shooting. I'm just trying to knock his teeth out. Fuck with me now, bitch. Let's see you freestyle. Talk is cheap, motherfucker. If you're really feeling froggish, leap yo Slim, you're going to let him get away with that. He tried to play you. You can't let him escape with that, man. I hate this crap. This ain't rap. This is crazy the way we act when we confuse hip hop with real life when the music stops. I can give a fuck less about this life to success. I look at the whole picture just to say fuck this, and if you don't like it then you can just suck this. When I bust it out, pull it out and smack you across the face for that shit that be coming out your mouth. You keep talking that shit, bitch. Just remember that I won't forget where you live when I do a drive-by on it. I said it's all about that respect, and right now I just don't give a shit. I'll be aiming for whatever, like fuck what I hit. I'll blast them all just to get that one shot. So what do you say to somebody you hate or anyone trying to bring trouble your way? Wanna resolve things in a bloodier way? Just study your tape of NWA. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy giving me an awkward eye. What you looking at? And strangled him off in the parking lot. I don't give a fuck if it's dark or not. I'm harder than me trying to park a Dodge, but I'm drunk as fuck right next to a humongous truck in a 2-car garage, hopping out with 2 broken legs trying to walk it off. Fuck you too, bitch. Call the cops. All I need is that 1 box of gumdrops to bribe them dump cops from all the gunshots, cause when that gun drops is when all that fun stops. Everybody halts and stops and calls the cops. All they see is bitches out running in their halter tops. You all will get shot whether it's your fault or not. I run blocks just to catch up to that one fox in the back of the parking lots selling rocks like a bitch would be sucking cocks. I be out surviving shots, outrunning the cops, reloading the Glocks till one of us drops, praying for the day that it stops, never knowing when it will. So I pray for my moms and pops. My 2 Glocks with 7 shots, outrunning 3 blocks with 2 cops and unlimited road blocks behind me. Only one walks in the shade where the sun blocks. I can barely walk the city streets without a cop harassing me, searching me, then asking my identity. Hands up, throw me up against the wall. I didn't do a thing at all. I'm telling you, one day these motherfuckers are going to fall cuffed up, throw me on the concrete. Cops try to kill me, but they didn't know this was the wrong street. Bang, bang, down another casualty, but it's a cop who's shot. There's brutality. Who do you blame? It's a shame because the man slain, he got caught in the chains of his own game. How can I feel guilty after all the things they did to me? Sweated me, hunted me, trapped in my own community. One day I'm going to bust, blow up on this society. Why did you lie to me? I couldn't find a trace of equality. Work me like a slave while they laid back. Homie, don't play that. It's time I let them suffer the payback. I'm trying to avoid physical contact. I can't hold back. It's time to attack Jack. They got me trapped, now I'm trapped and want to find a getaway. All I need is a G and somewhere safe to stay. Can't use the phone cause I'm sure someone is tapping and they've done it before, so I sense someone's tapping into my phones. Why do I got this feeling in my bones? I might die soon. The FBI might be trying to pull my file soon. I might be walking blindfold into a typhoon. I might be seeing rockets light up the night sky right outside of the window of my living room, and if they do you can say goodnight and bye-bye to them iTunes. If I don't try to record as much before I do, the plan is to have as many in the can as I can as I stand before you in this booth, a walking dead man. Blank stare, deadpan look as my face as I gaze into space as I wait to be scooped up in that van, mysteriously disappear into thin air, and they going to say a sniper just appeared out of nowhere, and I'll go down in the history as the blood-sucking leech who hid behind the freedom of speech, tried to take the Fifth Amendment, use it, twisted and bend it, and ended up dying to fill out in the hero's splinters the business way to end this. I can feel the tremors tremendous in remembrance of September 11th. Flashback to September 7th. When Tupac was murdered in Vegas, he said that he predicted his own death. Let us never forget it, or should we ever live to regret it, like the day John F. Kennedy was assassinated in broad day by a crazed lunatic with a gun who just happened to work on the same block in a library book depository where the president would go for a little Friday stroll. Shots fired from the grassy knoll, but they don't know, or do they? Who's they for them to say, we're all going crazy and it's spooky. This is about as kooky as I've ever felt now. Countdown to nuclear meltdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can run, you can do what you want to, but you know you ain't going to do nothing when it's time. It's your time. You are the prime target. You have become public enemy number 1. I ain't scared to use my gat again. I look back at hindsight, the fight was irrelevant, but now he's the devil's friend. Too late to be telling him he shot first, and I'll be damned if I run away. Homie is done anyway. I should have put my gun away. I wasn't thinking. All I heard was the ridicule. Girls were laughing, saying, damn, that homie is dissing you. I fired my weapon. I started stepping in the hurricane. I got shot, so I dropped, feeling a burst of pain. Got to my feet. I couldn't see nothing but bloody blood. Now I'm a fugitive, to be hunted like a murderer. Ran through an alley, still looking for my getaway. The cop said, freeze or you'll be dead today. Trapped in a corner, dark, and I couldn't see the light. Thoughts in my mind was the 9 and a better life. What do I do? Live my life in a prison cell? I'd rather die than be trapped in a living hell. They got me trapped, cracked, done, took a part of my family tree. My mom is on the shit. My daddy's splitting. Mom is steady blaming me. Is it my fault just cause I'm a young black male? Cops sweat me as if my destiny is making crack sales. Only 15 and got problems. Cops on my tail, so I bail till I dodge him. They finally pull me over and laugh. A couple of cocktails will send me to jail. There's a couple of cops hot on my trail, but this time, when I get pulled over, there's a Doberman Pinscher and a pit bull in the seat. These pigs will get bit. Fooling with me. Quit fooling with me, bitch. You're going to see no pistol in the seat. Why does it always got to be an issue when you're me? And which you're going to see in the long run. I'm going to be the wrong one. You want to harass with this limo tinted glass flashing that flashlight on my ass. Where was you at last night when the massholes ran up on my grass rapper / actor? Kiss the crack on my cracker / das. They took away my right to bear arms. What I'm supposed to fight with bare palms? Yeah, right. They coming with bombs. I'm coming with flare guns. We as Americans remember Rodney King, and I blast on his punk ass. Now I got a murder case. You speak of heaven, punk. I never heard of the place. Wanted to come up fast. Got a UZ in a black mask. Duckin' fucking task. Now who's the jackass? Keep my shit cocked cause the cops got a Glock too. What the fuck would you do? Drop them or let him drop you? I chose dropping the cop. I got me a Glock and a Glock for the niggas on my block. Mama tried to stab me. I moved out, sold a pound of weed, made G's, bought a new house. I'm only 17. I'm the new kid. Got me a crew, bought him jewels and a UZ. Thick but all good things don't last. Task came fast and busted my black ass, cooling off in the big pen where no good came from it. Now my little brother wants to follow in my footsteps. A soldier, I don't give a fuck. They done push me to the limit. I'm all in. I might blow up any minute. Did it again. Now I'm in the back of the paddy wagon while this cop's bragging about the nigga he's jacking. I see no justice. All I see is niggas dying fast. The sound of a gun blast. Then watch the hearse pass. Just another day in the life of a G. Got to step lightly cause cops tried to snipe me. The catch, they don't want to stop at the brother man, but then they'll have an accident and pick up another man. I went to the bank to cash my check. I get more respect from the motherfucking dope man. The Grammys and the American music shows pimp us like hoes. They got dough but they hate us though. You better keep your mind on the real shit and fuck trying to get with these crooked ass hypocrites. The way they see it, we was meant to be keep down. Just can't understand why we getting respect now. Mama told me there would be days like this, but I'm pissed cause it stays like this, and now they trying to send me off to Kuwait. Give me a break. How much shit can a nigga take? I ain't going nowhere. Know how what you want to throw down. Better bring your guns, pal, cause this is the day we make 'em pay. Fuck bailing, hate I bail and spray with my AK, and even if they shoot me down there will be another nigga bigger from the motherfucking underground. So step, but you better step quick. The clock's going tick and I'm sick of the bullshit. I heard a rumor I died, murdered in cold blood. Dramatized pictures of me in my final stage, but that was fiction. Some cowards got the story twisted, thinking like I no longer existed and I somehow mysteriously came up missing. It's like I'm barely breathing but I'm still putting a bullet in motherfuckers just giving me a reason. You see me, you better hope that I'm intoxicated or slightly faded, cause now you know that I'm aware that you tried to play me. Now this life I lead got cowards running, too scared to fight. AG for the life of me, I cannot see how motherfuckers picture living life going to war. I'm breaking them off on sight, stopping lives like red lights. Watch pause as I pull my strap out and get to blazing on motherfuckers talking shit like the last outlaws. Rich Tupac and the clique, smoking blunts, loading clips with enough shit to raise your block in one dip. We bring on horror like Tales from the Crypt, and the tales that I kick I'm fully automatic, full of static and shit. Got a Dodge van, 50 rounds in the clip. I'm riding shotgun with a tint in the back. The plan is to have a motherfucker in mint in this rap. I'm from the valley where selling narcotics is all I know, and I got it like I got to keep the flow. Speed, weed, whatever you need, whatever the kind, and if you need to know, motherfucker, you really ain't hard to find. Just come along and creep with me as we take a little trip down memory lane. Nobody knows me with this pistol in my hand. This cruel world can do without me. How can I survive when I found my buddy hanging dead from a rope, 16 on death row? I know it's hard to do these things alone. I walk on water but I ain't no Jesus. I walk on water but only when it freezes. Why are your expectations so high? Is it the bar I set or my arms I stretch that I can't reach? A far cry from it, or it's in my grasp, but as soon as I grab it and squeeze I lose my grip like the flying trapeze. Into the dark I plummet. Now the sky's blackening. I know the mark's high. Butterflies rip apart my stomach knowing that no matter what bars I come with you're going to harp gripe, and that's a hard Vicodin to swallow, so I scrap these as the pressure increases like khakis. I feel the ice crack because it's the curse of the standard that the first LP of the Mathers disc set, always in search of the verse that I haven't spit yet. Well, this step is just to be another misstep to tarnish whatever the legacy, love or respect that I've conquered. The rhyme has to be perfect, the delivery flawless, and it always feels like I'm hitting the mark till I go sit in the car to listen to it and pick it apart like this shit is garbage. God's given me all this and still I feel no different. Regardless, these kids look to me as a god. This is retarded. If only they knew it's a facade and it's exhaustive, and I try not to listen to nonsense, but if you bitches are trying to strip me of my confidence, mission accomplished. I'm not God sent. Nas, Rakim, Pac, Big, James Todd Smith, and I'm not Prince, so I'm only human, just like you, making my mistakes. Oh, if you only knew. I don't think you should believe in me the way that you do, cause I'm terrified to let you down. Oh, it's true, I'm a Rubik's, a beautiful mess at times, juvenile. Yes, I goof and I jest, a flawed human. I guess I'm doing my best to not ruin your expectations and meet them, but first the speed 'em. Verse, look, I was going to go easy on you not to hurt your feelings, but I'm only going to get this one chance, so this is just a feeling I've got, like something's about to happen, but I don't know what, and if that means what I think it means, we're in trouble, big trouble, and if he is as the man he says he is, then I'm not taking any chances. You are just what the doctor ordered. Cause everybody wants the key and the secret to rap immortality like I have got. Well, to be truthful, the blueprint's simply a rage and youthful exuberance. Everybody loves to root for a nuisance. Hit the earth like an asteroid, did nothing but shoot for the moon. Since being broke is a poor excuse, that shit only gives you more fuel. Show them why you're you so close to God. It's like I almost got it, but close only counts in time bombs and horseshoes. So I uni-bomb shit, tick tick tick, no remorse, screw it. I'm lit, and that attitude I blew up on quick. That's why they call me a firecracker. I grew up on wick with a short fuse. I got some important news to report to anyone who thought I was done. No, bitch, not quite. The spotlight's back on. I got my faith. Where's yours? To raise hell from hell he came, but didn't come to bore you with the Cinderella story, nor did he come to do the same. He can't afford to be a label. In this day and age and at this stage of the game, mediocrity can no longer be allowed to fly. So say bye to the old me. Say hello to the new case of rock. Consider it his last hurrah. I bet while I was away, you know, probably some of you got to thinking your top 10 ain't ya. Stop, cause you fuckers are talking crazy, and stop interrupting. You're not even up in the conversation whether you're Tupac or famous underground, Scott or nameless. Whatever your job is, you came to fuck with your occupation. You're thinking just cause you came in with scrubs and you brought the scalpel and sponged the oxygen tank and the suction and shot the brain surgeon stuck in the operating room once you done swapped your name with him, smuggled in Ronald Reagan. If you fuck him up Donald Hagen while juggling waffles, baking fucking McDonald's egg and cheese sausage bagel finagle, they flung it across the table, then bump it and knock it, shake it, jumped and got in the way, then disrupted my concentration. You said fuck it and lost your patience since they all woke up from sedation. Ain't none of you Scott Mason. Then what does it got you thinking that you can fuck with this operation? Aftermath, still running hip hop amazing. I'm still plugging along. No need for your assumptions. They feed me the fuel that I need for the fire to burn, and it's burning. I have returned. I love pissing you off. It gets me off like my lawyers when the fucking judge lets me off. All you motherfuckers got to do is set me off. I'll violate and all the motherfucking bets be off. I'm a lit fuse. Anything I do, bitch, it's news. Pistol whipping motherfucking bouncers. 6'2", who needs bullets? Soon as I pull it, you sweat bullets. An excellent method to get rid of the next bully. It's actually better cause instead you murdering. You can hurt him and come back again and kick dirt at him. It's like pouring salt in the wounds. Assault and get sued. You can smell the lawsuits. Soon as I walk in the room, everybody halts and stops, calls the cops. All you see is bitches coming out their halter tops, running and ducking out the Hard Rocks parking lot. You'll all get shot whether it's your fault or not. I never was a thug, just infatuated with guns. I never was a gangsta till I graduated to one and got the rep of a villain for weapon concealing. Took the image of a thug, kept shit appealing, willing to stick out my neck for respect if it meant life or death. Never lived to regret what I said. When you're me, people just want to see if it's true, if it's you, what you say in your raps, what you do so they feel as part of your obligation to fulfill. When they see you on the streets, face to face, are you for real? In confrontation ain't no conversation. If you feel you're in violation, any hesitation'll get you killed. If you feel it, kill it. If you conceal it, reveal it. Being reasonable will leave you full of bullets. Pull it, squeeze it till it's empty. Tempt me, push me, pussies. I need a good reason to give this trigger a good squeeze. I'll be up and out this up and out this game, keeping it all good dog, just never keeping it the same, cause it's just not the same when you're in my game and not knowing my name. To what all I came for, this is some of that flip top to the money making hustling schemes, plotting to the story of big dreams, to someday make it to become big things, to leave up and out this bitch cause living in the city, now ain't that about a bitch getting caught up with a felony or a possession of a bitch. Got's my dog Caspa, the one and only, yellin' man motherfuck that bitch. I got this upper class city, having this happening, then you attack Eminem cause I rap this way, you just ain't zany enough to rock with Shady, my noodle is cockadoodle, my clock's cuckoo, I got screws loose, yeah, the whole kit and caboodle, I'm just brutal, it's no rumor, I'm numero uno, assume it, there's no humor in it no more. There was a time I had the world by the balls, eating out my palm every album song I was spazzing the fuck out on, and now I'm getting clowned and frowned on, but the only one who's looking down on me that matters now's gone. So am I lucky to be around this long? Begs the question though, especially after the methadone as yesterday fades and the Dresden home is burnt to the ground and all that's left of my house is the lawn and the crowds are gone and it's time to wash out the blonde while my sales decline and the curtains drawn. They're closing the set. I'm still poking my head from out behind and everyone who has doubt has now been reminded, so now take your best rhymes. Outdo it, now do it 1,000 times and let them tell you the world no longer cares or gives a fuck about your rhymes. And as I grow out of sight, out of mind, I might go out of mind, cause how do I ever let this mic go without a fight when I made a fucking tightrope out of twine? But when I do fall from these heights though, I'll be fine. I won't pout or cry or spiral down or whine, but I'll decide if it's my final rhyme this time around, cause I'm only human. Just like you, I've been making my mistakes, and if you only knew, I don't think you should believe in me the way that you do, cause I'm terrified to let you down. Oh, if I walked on water, I would drown, cause I'm just a man, but as long as I got a mic, I'm godlike. So me and you are not alike, bitch. I wrote, stand, and I started from the bottom like a snowman, ground up like round chuck and still put hands on you. Staying wound up is how I spend time, sucker free. Confidence high with such a breeze when I pin rhymes. I just got the air about me like wind chimes. Another day in the life used to have to scrap to get by. Now my community is gated and I made it, and my neighbors say hi, I'm giving them pounds. I'm upscale now, guess it means I'm way in the sky, but I still remember the days of minimum wage for general labor. Welfare recipients is a minor look at how government assistance has made you adversity. If you don't succeed, put your temper to more use. Thugged out in baby blue, coming up to me like, bitch, now who the fuck is you? Now you see what me and my crew got to do to you. When you leave me no choice but to blast you. You said it was going to be the last feud, the last time, the last crime, that last shine of your life when I took it. Now can't you just look at your little homie lying dead over there? Nothing to bear, nothing to lose, nothing to hide. Now don't you see that I just don't care? I never had shit to lose it. I never wanted to pick sides to choose it. Never can and never will. I told you not to mess with me. The future is in my eyes. I'm going back to Cali, going back, hanging out the sunroof saying I got to go back to Cali to live and die in LA cause 5 shots made him say how do you want it a different world? You can't see me but I still rise the ghetto gospel cause I get around to live and die in LA for the California love. Hey kings never die. How do you want it a different world? I can make it all about you two kings from another world and hit him up for a gangsta party until the end of time. All eyes on me cause I'm back reincarnated, incarcerated at the time I contemplate the way that God made it. Lace M with lyrics that's legendary. I died and came back. Now I hustle with these lyrics as if it's a game of crack. Thugging is in my spirit. I'm lost and not knowing, scarred up but still flowing, energized and still going. I'm passing you. Music is my time machine. If you don't got this, then you're going to need to get this. I'll take you out and leave no witness, so just don't get on my shit list. My life will make you want to run away, but there's no place to run and hide. All the confusion, it's like an illusion. It's probably cause the shrooms I'm on and you think you started hallucinating, cause my songs can make you cry, take you by surprise, and at the same time, make you dry your eyes with the same rhyme, cause what you're seeing is a genius at work, which to me isn't work. It's easy to misinterpret it at first, but I be goddamned if another rapper gets to dissing me on a track. I'll hit the past and I split every rap as if it's my last. You can die in the blink of an eye. Bat your eyelashes and keep winking and blowing kisses. You're flirting with death. I'm destroying your livelihood. I ain't just hurting your rep. Sit back, homie, relax. In fact, grab a six-pack, kick back while I kick facts. Tell Dre, sick track, perfect way to get back. Wanna hear something wick-whack? If I have half a chance, I'll grab it. Tell that rabbit to run. We know you're rocking every rock, rocking every stage, and I'm awfully underrated, but came here to correct it so it ain't mistaken. I'm going to say that for the record, I am the opposite of whack, opposite of weak, opposite of slack. I got lots of heat, a closest to a peak, far from a punk. You oughta stop talking to me and start trying to catch up, motherfucker. Now you get it or you don't, cause I got it and you thought you had it, but you don't. When M and me got beef, we let the whole world know it. If you got beef, let the whole world know it, and let's take it to the streets. M, let the whole world know it. It's the chance for your big career. Don't blow it, cause my homie's on this side now, and no, I ain't finished talking about it till ya know you're finished. When I just diminished your whole rap and I have returned. My name is Slim. Please send me a doctor. I need a doctor to bring me back to life. As I lay on the table, they operating to save me. It's like an angel came to you, sent from the heavens above, saying they think that they're crazy, but they ain't crazy. Shit, let's face it, basically living this life as a rap star. You ain't nothing without a heart. They just playing sick, but nowadays who ain't saying shit? Spray 'em 50 to the K. Get in the way, I'll bring Dre and them with me and turn this day into mayhem. You staying with me, don't let me lose you. I'm not trying to confuse you. When I let loose with this Uzi and just shoot through your Isuzu, you get the message. Am I getting through to you? You know what's coming, you don't even know, do you? I'm going to do it just for proof. I know that it feels like this is all just a bad dream. Today the truth is you all are still there and I ain't. You know what, man? You gotta move on. Don't ever give up the dream, dog. I got love for you all. It's true. We brought people together who never would have been in the same room if it wasn't for working together as a team. That's why the doctor put the pacemaker in me. Hey, like I said, I'll be back, scarred up, re-energized, and still going. You guys all called me the peacemaker. Look, I'm still flowing. I know when me and M got together to do this music, the more we became an artist. We just developed a friendship through it. Enemies, relax, smoke yourself some chronic and light it up. You know I'm about to blow up. If you don't got this, then you're going to need to get this. When I take this rhyme just to flip this, you know the two of us in the same place at the same time, you know this is blowing up. I had prayed to God and made a wish and then asked the doctor how I could repay him with this second chance at life I was given. You could hear him saying, Father, I'm running out of time. Please send me a doctor. I need a doctor to bring me back to life. But hey, you knowing what? I don't know if they know it or what, who's holding me up, slowing me down, and I do this for what you acting. It's not easy to Derek right to homie. Dog, it's like NWA ain't changed. If it wasn't for this, then who's playing the game? You know what they say. Don't be the hater, be a player to the game. It ain't for him. It's just media. See to them, it's just images. This is no gimmicks. This is blood in and blood out. When there's beef, you just gotta know when to jump in and jump out. If there's a problem, we solve it. If we don't resolve it, it usually just evolves into one big brawl and we all get involved in it. We should all get a merit. This much beef we inherit and wear it like a badge of honor. Pass it around and share it and let it go to whoever's holding the most current people on their shoulders, and their soldiers got their backs till it's over. It's like I'm too shady to be back in that game. You know I hated confrontation. I truly hated the feuding, but you were down for yours whenever it came to scrapping. If it had to happen, it had to happen. Believe me, I know. Back from fixing cars to painting, whenever I stepped in the booth to getting arrested, sitting across from each other in cells laughing. Is this my life? Then I ask, why am I so differently wired? Am I this Martian? What kind of twisted experiment am I involved in? I'm hearing voices all around me saying, welcome back to the land of the living, my friend. You have slept for quite some time. I repay him with this second chance at life I was given. This is where his whole life takes a dramatic turn and starts to go downhill slow. As he keeps to himself locked away in his bedroom, he tells his parents he is trying to get the two sides of the story, as Tupac is on one side and Biggie is on the other. I don't speak. I float in the air wrapped in a sheet. I'm not a real person. I'm a ghost trapped in my room. Yo, then they asked me if I want to go with them. I said no, I got to go to school, and he said that ain't no problem. My homie, come on. I said no, I don't really want to go, and you can tell, but he said that he was going to take me anyways, then grabbed me and pulled me into his ride as I yelled, what the hell? He said, come on, get on in the ride and let me take you to the other side. I see you don't really want to go. I can tell. I'm going to take you anyways. What the hell? I said, inhale, exhale. I heard that your clientele is doing real well. My homie, you know you need to calm down before county run up in your house, but you don't want to hear that though. Your good days have come and gone. I tried to tell you. Now what's your name? Tell me what's your claim to fame. You really trying to be living large like your last name was Kennedy? The first tried to tell you, little man. Now how old are you and what you doing skipping school? I see you running with your lil crew out here fighting over red and blue. Now you want to claim gangs. Even heard that you bought a 9 milli man, and that ain't it. You started out with chronic on the brain. Now you're smoking amphetamines. I ain't trying to sell your dreams. I'm just trying to show you that there is other ways to getting creamed. Take it from me. Just go to school, make something of your young life and watch it blow up. You ain't gotta stop being cool. You ain't even gotta stop flossing fancy jewels and fast cars. Just keep it real with your game, son. Don't forget where you came from. I told you to fight to say what you want to say. The doctor told me I got heart failure. My heart was failing me, but he put the E in me. From me back to the T. On 9/11 they called for me and I was on demand. When the president was on pay-per-view, 9/11 it's an emergency. Cowards tried to murder me. I'm back hanging out the sunroof saying this is to live and die in Cali. Forget going back to Cali. To live and die in LA when I'm hanging out the sunroof saying, and God shall send his one begotten son to lead the wild into the waves of a man. I told you to fight to say what you want to say. Like I got a laptop in my back pocket. My pen'll go off when I have talk cause he is still in office. Now look, we got a buzz spreading faster than making paper airplanes out of a 20. Forget the money. I don't rap for dead presidents. Did nothing but but shoot for the moon. No one is specialer. My skill is intergalactical. I get cynical, act a fool, then I send a crew back to schools since MCs get taken to school with this music cause I use it as a vehicle to bust a rhyme. Now I lead a new school full of students. Me, I'm a product of Rakim, Lakem Shabazz, Tupac NWA, Cube, Hey, Doc, Ren, Yella, Easy, thank you. They got Slim inspired enough to one day grow up, blow up and be in a position to meet Run DMC and induct them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali cause they must have forgot this is a rap. I'll survive everything you got in that chamber, man. I know sometimes these thoughts can be harsh and cold as ice to me. They're just ink blots. I just fling them like slingshots and so precise, so you might want to think it over twice when you retards can roll the dice, but beef will at least cost you your career cause even my cheap shots are overpriced, but this middle finger's free as a bird. New warhead at birth. You just forehead Ed on earth, too short for a verse. Studied his formula, learned how to incorporate a curse pointed towards corporate America, stick a fork in it and turn cause four-letter words are more better heard. The world force fed a turd to me. You're getting yours, but sometimes I overdo it, but I just get so into it. I was there consoling you when no one knew it. When your situation showed no improvement, I was that door. You walked over to it. I'm the light at the end of the tunnel, so people are always looking at me as they're going through it. When that tunnel vision is unclear, shit becomes too much to bear. Since cleaning out my closet when I was having trouble with the snare, I'm that unrealistic prayer answered, and I'm going to get you jacked up like you're trying to fix a flat. When you struggle with the spare, that double-fisted bear knuckles coupled with this pair of nuts I'm cupping, I am your fucking switch. Nothing can compare. If you started from the bottom like a snowman, oh man, put that in your corncob pipe and smoke that, but my battery's low. I'm going to need a booster in my pack. I know I always got proof on my back. I called you a groupie cause I knew for a fact my insulin homie. I'm calling on you cause I think I'm slowly starting to lose faith in it, so give me that inkling and motivation to go. Insane with the flow, fake fans with the two-face that show, let heartbeats loot, produce hate in my soul, laying vocals 2 days in a row. True statement. Hate to go down this road, but there's only one route to cross this bridge, so I walk in this bitch with loose chains cause all my dues paid, but this booth is taking its toll, but it's never too late to start a new beginning. That goes for you too, so what the fuck you going to do? Use the tools you're given? Or are you going to use the cards you were dealt as an excuse for you to not do shit with them? I used to play the loser victim till I saw the way proof was driven. I found my vehicle and I haven't ran out of gas yet, and when they stack decks, turn handicaps into assets, fanny packs, hourglasses, if time was still on my side, I'd still have none to waste, man. In my younger days, that dream was so much fun to chase. It's like I run in place while this shit dangled in front of my face, but how do you keep up the pace and the hunger pains once you've won the race? When that pool of exhaust is cooling off cause you don't got nothing left to prove it all cause you done already hit them with the coup de grace. Still you feel the need to go through and deal with that Bruce Willis, that blue still, that truth still. When that wheel's loose, I won't lose. Will you still believe? If not, just come along with me and creep with me, bitch. This is me, so that's got to be you, who I made on TV, what you hear on CD, what appears easy, but don't get to be thinking that you can diss me for no reason and I'll let you off that easy cause homie, say what you say on that song, I'll turn around, jump time and take your whole CD and make it look so easy like taking candy from a little baby, but nobody puts baby in the corner. I'm only trying to warn you, that baby gets mad, he will fucking flip on you, so now you can go call you a doctor yelling, I need a doctor, bitch. Who do you think sent you the doctor? It wasn't that easy to the E to Derek, right? M and me, when I get thrown in the booth, you know I'm flipping me off, looking in the mirror saying right back at M, when I show you this whole other side I wanted to not show you, you know you're not dealing with some fucking marshmallow little soft yellow punk pussy whose heart's failing. I be goddamned if you nailing any nails in this coffin when I'm healing myself. I bet you didn't see that one coming, did you? Big said it increase the complication. I ain't the one when an Uzi weighs a motherfucking ton and you just a student of the game that taught me. We know you're rocking every stage and I'm awfully underrated but came here to correct it so it ain't mistaken. I'm going to say that for the record. I am the opposite of whack, opposite of weak, opposite of slack. I got lots of heat, a closest to a peak, far from a punk. You oughta stop talking to me and start trying to catch up, motherfucker. Now you get it or you don't cause I got it and you thought you had it but you don't. When M and me got beef, we let the whole world know it. If you got beef, let the whole world know it and let's take it to the streets. M, let the whole world know it. It's the chance for your big career, don't blow it. My homie's on this side now and no, I ain't finished talking about it till you know you're finished. When I just diminished your whole rap and I have returned, I take each individual degenerate's head, reach into it just to see if he's influenced by me, if he listens to music, if he feeds into this shit. He's an innocent victim and becomes a puppet on the string of my tennis shoe. My name is Slim. I told you I can be shady, don't take it personal. I'll probably be the first one to send myself back in time to beat my own ass and make myself feel this freestyle flow just like I can make you do this, and when you do, just tell them you knew this and give them the bird and flip them off saying if you don't like this then you can light it up cause I was high when I wrote this. I wanted the fame, but not the cover of Newsweek. Oh, well, guess beggars can't be choosy. Wanted to receive attention from my music, wanted to be left alone in public, and as I sit back with this pack of zigzags and this bag of this weed, it gives me the shit needed to be the most meanest MC on this earth, and since birth I've been cursed with this curse to just curse and just blurt this berserk and bizarre shit that works and it sells and it helps in itself to relieve all this tension, dispensing these sentences, getting this stress that's been eating me recently off of this chest, and I rest again peacefully, but at least have the decency in you to leave me alone. When you're freaking me out in the streets when I'm eating or feeding my daughter, do not come and speak to me. I don't know you and no, I don't owe you a motherfucking thing. I'm not Mr. NSYNC. I'm not what your friends think. I'm not Mr. Friendly. I can be a prick if you tempt me. My tank is on empty. No patience is in me, and if you offend me I'm lifting you 10 feet in the air. I don't care who was there and who saw me, just you can go call you a lawyer, file you a lawsuit, I'll smile in the courtroom and buy you a wardrobe. I'm tired of all you. I don't mean to be mean, but that's all I can be. It's just me. Excuse me for wanting my cake and wanting to eat it too and wanting it both ways. Fame made me a balloon cause my ego inflated when I blew C, but it was confusing cause all I wanted to do is be the Bruce Lee of loose leaf. Abused ink, used it as a tool when I blew steam and hit the lottery. Oh wee, but with what I gave up to get it was bittersweet. It was like winning a used mink. Ironic cause I think I'm getting so huge I need a shrink. I'm beginning to lose sleep. One sheep, two sheep going cuckoo, and kooky is cool Keith, but I'm actually weirder than you think cause I ain't much of a poet, but I know somebody once told you to seize the moment and don't squander it cause you never know when it all could be over tomorrow, so I keep conquering. Sometimes you wonder where these thoughts spawn from and pondering will do you wonders. No wonder you're losing your mind the way it wanders. Here's Yoda Lodalahi, who I think it went wandering off down yonder and stumbled onto you in Vancouver cause I need an interventionist to intervene between me and this monster and save me from myself and all this conflict cause the very thing that I love's killing me and I can't conquer it. My OCD's conking me in the head, keep knocking. Nobody's home. I'm sleepwalking. I'm just relaying what the voice in my head's saying. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just friends with the monster that's got me beginning to feel like I just want to rap dog. So hey, this is a shout out to Rap God, all my people from the front to the back nod now who thinks their arms are long enough to slap box. He said I rap like a robot, so call me rap bot, but for me to rap like a computer must be in my genes. He has a laptop in his back pocket. My pen'll go off when I half cock it. He got a fat knot from that rap prophet, made a living and a killing off it ever since 2001 when the doctor introduced me on the chronic and I was still in office saying yay I smoked before but I didn't inhale. I'm an MC still as honest but as rude and as indecent as all hell syllables. Skillaholic, kill them all with this flippity dippity hippity hip hop. You don't really want to get into a pissing match with this rappity rap, packing a mac in the back of the yak backpack rap crap yap yakety yak, and at the exact same time I attempt these lyrical acrobat stunts while I'm practicing that I'll still be able to break a motherfucking table over the back of a couple of rappers and crack it in half. Only realized it was ironic I was signed to Aftermath after the fact. How could I not flow? All I do is drop F-bombs. Feel my wrath of attack. Rappers are having a rough time period. Here's a maxi pad. It's actually disastrously bad for the whack while I'm masterfully constructing this masterpiece as I'm born to be phenomenal, unstoppable, unpoppable thought bubbles, untoppable thoughts, fucking juggernaut that will stomp you in the verse. Obstacles I'm drawn to M. When the going got rough, show M what I done. Thought that was the worst. Little sissy, who the fuck taught you how to persevere? There ain't no situation that you ever had to respond to that's adverse. The messiest thing you've ever gone through is your purse. I don't try like Captain. I might as well hang it up like a shelf. Gotta keep growing with it. Evolve cause you can keep throwing shit at the wall, but you're gonna find that nothing's gonna stick until you apply yourself. Time to slip in that zone till I find myself inside the realm where the unknown and boldly go in the waters where nobody else has gone before or willing to go. Uncharted feeling is so bomb. I'm feeling myself. I'm a giant. Sometimes I got to remind myself that I am phenomenal. Let me self-empower you. When you're down and they're trying to clown the fuck out of you, when you feel like you're running out of fuel, I'll show you how to use doubt as fuel. Convert it to gunpowder too. Now what you do is put the match to the charcoal fluid, put a spark to it like Martha Stewart barbecuing. Aw, screw it. Feel like you want to hit that wall, then do it. Punch through it. Just cock back, put your all into it. Now you going to take that rage and make that what you raise. Never take back what you say. If you stay trapped in your brain, engage in this fueled cage match, ready to scrap ASAP. Take your fists to his bones. Show Biggie who's smallest. You're Christopher Wallace. Yeah, I picture em all as plastic and foam. Lays flat, where you put your dinner plates at and set it off like a placemat. I am phenomenal and I want you to say that. Step into the unknown and find yourself. You're floating freely, no emotion. Got a fucking mouth with no shut up valve. Can't even cut the power to it when it's what allowed me to come up out from under the fucking ground cause I worked my butt off. Now it's a subject I don't know how to shut up about cause I stuck it out like a motherfucking tongue to tie. I responded when I got shoved around. You're going to have down believers, but when you're beyond belief, you probably shouldn't wonder how. Get it how you live, but are you prepared to give more than you get and put in twice what you get back from this shit? Though what you sacrifice barely is half. Never give. Rap is my shit, but it's like my shield at the same time I wield. Cause in my mind I'm a fighter, my heart's a lighter, my soul is the fluid, my flow sparks it right up. Arsenic writer, author with arthritis, carpal tunnel, Marshall will start shiditis, hard-headed and hot-headed, bull-headed and pig-headed, dick-headed, a prick, a big headache. I'm sick, quick-witted. For every lyric spitted there are 6 critics who wait for me to slip with it so quick this dynamite stick buried the wick. It's going to explode any minute. Some lunatic lit it and it's not Nelly. Do not tell me to stop yelling. When I stop selling I quit, so stop dwelling, and I am not failing. You fuckers are not ready cause I got a pain so deep it bellows, but these cellos help just to keep me mellow. Emotion just flows over. These cold shoulders are both frozen. You don't know me, I keep saying it. I can't stress it enough, so keep playing it and stand next to the subs. I choke MCs like I'm a basket case and I mastered this rap shit till my ass gets wasted, till my assassination, till I'm slain cause of some fags infatuation. 44 mags a fascination, a taste for disaster, and if that's the case then my pen and paper cause a chain reaction to get your brain relaxing. A zany acting maniac in action, a brainiac in fact son, you mainly lack attraction. You look insanely whack when just a fraction of my tracks run. My rhyming skills got you climbing hills. I travel through your mind into your spine like siren drills. I'm sliming grills of roaches with sprayed on disinfectants. Twist the necks of rappers till their spinal column disconnects. Put this in your decks and check the monologue. Turn your system up, twist them up and indulge in the marijuana smoke. This is the season for noise pollution, contamination, examination of more cartoons than animation. My lamination of narration hits a snare and bass in a track. Fucked up rapper interrogation. When I declare invasion, there ain't no time to be stare and gazing. I turn the stage into a barren wasteland. I'm infinite on this mic. I bust it. I let the beat commence. I can beat the sense in your elite defense. I got some meat to mince, a crew to stomp and 2 feet to rinse. I greet the gents and ladies. I spoil loyal fans. I foil your plans and leave fluids leaking like oil pans. My coil hands around this microphone are lethal. One thought in my cerebral is deeper than a jeep full of people. MCs are feeble. I came to cause some pandemonium, battle a band of phony MCs and stand the lonely one. Imitator, intimidator, stimulator, simulator of data, eliminator. There's never been a greater since the burial of Jesus. Fuck around and catch all the venereal diseases. My thesis will smash a stereo to pieces. My acapella releases classic masterpieces through telekinesis and eases you mentally, gently, sentimentally, instrumentally, with entity, dementedly meant to be infinite. If you want to go against me then I'll unleash this beast and start killing you MCs. Lyrically it ain't even fun for me anymore. Fuck hip hop when you going to see me to hops in from one to another like I'm too dangerous for you boy. You don't got no rhyme or reason and there won't be no time to finish. You going to need it to run. Yelling oh no, hip hop is in a state of 911 and nothing can stop it and nothing can change it. You better just make new living arrangements. If you think you're at the top and king of the castle you're about to get thrown off the throne and ripped a new asshole. Now everybody's asking who can catch lightning in the bottle. Set fire to water coming out the nozzle on the fire hose. Smash an hourglass, grab the sand, take his hands and show them. Spin around to freeze the clock, take the hands of time and stop him. Saying this song isn't for you, it's for me. A true MC, it's what it do just to see if he still has it and if his skills mastered, he's able to spill raps long after his killed. That's a real MC, got you feeling feeling me, whether willing or unwillingly you still agree, as long as there's still this hunger and will in me, then expect a longer life expectancy. I'd be a savage beast if I ain't have this outlet to salvage me inside. I'd be exploding soaked in self-loathing and mourning, so I'm warning you, don't coax me, it's silly. I'm really a sheep in wolf's clothing who only reacts when he gets pushed. Don't be fooled, the press blows up this whole thing. It's stupid, they don't know cause they don't see that I'm wounded. All they did was ballooned it. I'm sick of talking about these tattoos cartoon did, that's why I tuned it out. I'm sick of duking and they can suck my dick while I'm puking, and you too, you can expect no sympathy from me. I'm an MC, this is how I'm supposed to be, cold as AG. My heart's frozen, it don't even beat, so expect no apologies. Man, I got evidence, I'm never dense. I've been clever ever since. My residence was hesitant to do some shit that represents the MO. I'm assuming all responsibility. There's a monster will in me that always wants to kill MCs. Mike Messaler, slamming like a wrestler here to make a mess of a lyric smuggling embezzler. No one is specialer. My skill is intergalactical. I get cynical, act a fool, then I send a crew back to school. I never packed a tool or acted cool. It wasn't practical. I'd rather let a tactful track tickle your fancy. In fact, I can't see, or can't imagine, a man who ain't a lover of beats or a fan of scratching. This is for my family, the kid who had a cameo on my last jam, plus the man who never had a plan B. Be all you can be. Once you make an instant hit, I'm tensed a bit and tempted when I see the sins my friends commit. I'm infinite, a class clown freshman, dressed like Les Nessman. Fuck the next lesson. I'll pass the test guessing and all the other kids said I'm a disshead. He'll never last. The only class he'll pass is phys ed. Maybe true, till I told this bitch in gym class, if you mess with me then you mess with him. Nobody better test me cause I don't want to get messy, especially when I step inside this bitch, looking so freshly with my new lugs. Give the crew hugs, guzzle 2 mugs before I do drugs that make me throw up like flu bugs. True thugs, rugged and shaven messy scrubs, whipping 40 bottles like the fucking Pepsi clubs down a 5th, crack open a 6. I'm on my 7th 8 ball. Now I gotta take a piss. I'm hollering at these hoes that got boyfriends. Who gives a fuck who they was? I'm always taking someone else's girl like Cool J does. They probably don't be packing anyways, do they fuzz? We walked up, stomped they asses and blew they buzz. Mics get sandblasted, stab your abdomen with a handcrafted pocket knife and spill your antacid. Sprayed your motherfucking crib up when I ran past it. Fucking felon, headed to hell in a handbasket. Talking shit will get you, your girl and your man blasted, kidnapped and slapped in a van wrapped in saran plastic. Get your damn ass kicked by these fantastic furious 4 motherfuckers flashing a grenade in your face without the grandmasters, and that's Slim Shady. Bitch, there just ain't nobody that's iller than me. I'm shady, brain dead like Jim Brady. I'm AM80, you lil, like that Kim lady. I'm buzzing, dirty dozen, naughty rotten rhymer cursing at you players worse than Marty Schottenheimer. You whacker than the motherfucker. You bit your style from you ain't gonna sell 2 copies if you press a double album. Admit it, fuck it. While we coming out in the open I'm doing acid, crack, smack, coke and smoking dope. Then my name is Marshall Mathers. I'm an alcoholic. Hi Marshall, I have a disease and they don't know what to call it. Better hide your wallet cause I'm coming up quick to strip your cash. Bought a ticket to your concert just to come and whip your ass, bitch. I'm coming out swinging so fast it'll make your eyes spin. You getting knocked the fuck out like Mike Tyson. The proof is in the pudding. Just ask the Deshaun Holton. I'll slit your motherfucking throat worse than Ron Goldman. I'm nicer than Pete but I'm on a search to crush a milk bone. I'm everlasting. I melt vanilla ice like silicone. I'm ill enough to just straight up diss you for no reason. I'm colder than snow season when it's 20 below freezing. Flavor with no seasoning. This is the sneak preview. I'll diss your magazine and still won't get a weak review. I'll make your freak leave you. Smell the Folgers crystals. This is a lyrical combat. Gentlemen, hold your pistols, but I form like Voltron and blast you with my shoulder missiles. Slim Shady. Eminem was the old initials. Extortion, snorting, supporting abortion, pathological liar, blowing shit out of proportion, the looniest, zaniest, spontaneous, sporadic, impulsive thinker, compulsive drinker, addict, half animal, half man, dumping your dead body inside of a fucking trash can with more holes than an Afghan. Somebody let me out this limousine. Hey, let me out. I'm a caged demon, on stage screaming like Rage Against the Machine. I'm convinced I'm a fiend, shooting up while this record is spinning, clinically brain dead. I don't need a second opinion. Fuck dropping the jewel. I'm flipping the sacred treasure. I'll bite your motherfucking style, just to make it fresher. I can't take the pressure. I'm sick of bitches, sick of nagging bosses bitching while I'm washing dishes. In school I never said much, too busy having a head rush, doing too much rush. Had my face flushed like red blush, then I went to Jim Beam. That's when my face grade went to gym in 8th grade. Raped the women's swim team. Don't take me for a joke. I'm no comedian. Too many mental problems got me snorting coke and smoking weed again. I'm going up over the curb, driving on the median. Finally made it home, but I don't got the key to get in. That's right, now you got it cause it ain't over till I say it's over. Enough when I say enough. I'm going to fight till I die or win, and biting the dust it'll just make me angrier. Back the car up and pop the trunk. You can't see me. I'm right here. Nelly is out on the front lawn asking why right here. My homie, just hold on, we're all going home. Now give me 50 feet. Defeat is not my destiny. Release me to the streets and keep whatever's left of me right out the dumpsters. He came calling himself the beast since I hooked up with E. Shit ain't ever been the same. Opened up doors for that homie and now he be thinking that your flow's beyond tight. But what I write, I'm not joking when I recite manuscripts to an MC. If it ain't rough then they know it ain't me cause I run 100 miles just so I can make you chase me and want that bomb. I get with the lunatic, ain't nothing changed. They couldn't find the dream when they all ran fleeing the scene cause all the fools got erased when I threw a monkey wrench up in the rap game. Ever since I hooked up with E, we found M, fucked M, then fled the scene. Why you hating at that bitch? He wanted weed. Dre and Snoop turned M out. Now he is crystal smoking and everyone is thinking that boy be tripping. Remembering back when I was born rough and rugged, my attitude was fuck it when the feds play shyest. You're watching the makings of a psychopath. The truth didn't last before the wrath and aftermath. Who's that behind the trigger? Who do your figure? A motherfucking night nigga. Ready to buck and rip shit up. I had enough and I don't give a fuck. Niggas isn't just the blacks, also a gang of motherfuckers dressed in blue slacks. They say niggas hang in packs and their attitude is shitty. Tell me who's the biggest gang of niggas in the city. They say niggas like to do niggas. Throw me in the cuffs with just 2 niggas, a street walking nigga and a beat walking nigga with a badge. I had to shoot you in the pass for the blast, take his cash and bash his head and dump him at the dead end, and that's just his luck cause a nigga like me don't really give a fuck. Walked in the store, what's everybody staring at? They act like they never seen a motherfucker wearing black following a nigga and shit. Ain't this a bitch? All I wanted was some chips. I want to take my business elsewhere, but where? Cause who in the hell cares about a black man with a black need? They want to jack me like some kind of crack fiend. I wonder if knows that my income is more than his pension salary and then some. Your daughter is my #1 fan and your tri-fast wife wants a life with a black man, so who's the Mac? In fact, who's the blackjack? Sit back and get fat off the fat cat while he thinks that he's getting one over. I bust a move as smooth as Casanova and count another mill. I'm getting paid for my trade, but it's still real, and if you look between the lines you'll find a rhyme as strong as a fucking 9 male stacked up. Niggas wanna act up, let's put the gats up and throw your backs up, but the cop's getting dropped by the gunshot, but he's done now. We run the block to my brothers, stay strong, keep your heads up. They know we fed up, but they just don't give a fuck. They just don't give a fuck. I gotta give my fuck offs. Fuck you to the San Francisco Police Department. Fuck you to the Marin County Sheriff Department. Fuck you to the FBI. Fuck you to the CIA. Fuck you to the Bush. Fuck you to the America. Fuck you to all you redneck prejudice motherfuckers. And fuck you all punk gay sensitive little dick bastards. Motherfucking no, you all can kiss my ass and suck my dick and my balls. Fuck you all. They claim that I'm violent just cause I refuse to be silent. These hypocrites are having fits cause I'm not buying it, defying it, envious because I will rebel against any oppressor, and this is known as self-defense. I show no mercy. They claim that I'm the lunatic. Man, I put lives at risk when I drive like this. I put wives at risk with a knife like this. Shit, you probably think I'm in your tape deck now. I'm in the back seat of your truck with duct tape stretched out. Duck the fuck way down, waiting to straight jump out, put it over your mouth and grab you by the face. What now? When the shit gets thick, I'm the one you go and get. Don't look confused, the truth is so plain to see. I'm the nigga that you sellouts are ashamed to be in every Jeep and every car. Brothers stomp this. I'm never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. The Underground Railroad on an uprise. This time the truth's getting told. Heard enough lies. I told them fight back, attack on society. If this is violence, then violence what I got to be. If you investigate, you will find out where it's coming from. Look through our history. America's the violent one. Unlock my brain, break the chains of your misery. This time the payback for evil shit you did to me. They call me militant racist cause I will resist. You want to censor something, motherfucker, censor this. My words are weapons and I'm stepping to the silent, waking up the masses, but you claim that I'm violent. The cops can't stand me, but they can't touch me. Call me a dope man cause I rock dope beats. Jacked by the police cause I didn't have my ID. I said, excuse me, why you trying to rob me? He had the nerve to say that I had a curfew. Do you know what time it is? Get out the fucking car or I will hurt you. Get out the car or I will hurt you. So here I go, I better make my mind up, pick my 9 up or hit the lineup. I stepped into the streets. The first cop grabbed me, the other ripped my seat. They grabbed my homie and they threw him to the concrete. What you doing, man? They tried to frame me. They tried to say I had some dope in the backseat, but I'm a rap fiend, not a crack fiend. My homie panicked. I'm out. He tried to run, freeze nigga. I heard a bullet fire from the cop's gun. My homie dropped, so I hit the cop. I kept swinging, yo, I couldn't stop. Before I knew it I was beating the cop senseless. The other cop dropped his gun. He was defenseless. Fuck you. Now I'm against this cop who was racist, giving him a taste of trading places and all this cause the Peckerwood was trying this frame up, but I came up. Now they claiming that I'm violent as I was beaten on a cop. I heard a gun click, then the gun shot, but I wasn't hit. I turned around, it was my homie with the gun in hand. He shot the cop. Damn, now he's a dead man. I said, come on, it's time for us to get away. Let's go. We got to get the fuck out of here. They called for backup and they'll be on their way. Jumped in the car and tried to get away quick. The car wouldn't start. Damn, we in deep shit, so we jumped out. Come on, let's take the cop's car. We drove a little ways thinking that we got far, but I looked up and all I saw was blue lights. If I die tonight, I'm dying in a gunfight. I grabbed the AK. My homie took the 12 gauge. Load em up quick. It's time for us to spray. We'll shoot em up with their own fucking weapons, and when we through spraying, then we step in. This is a lesson to the rednecks and crooked cops. You fuck with real niggas, get ya fucking ass dropped. So here we go, the police against us, dark as dusk, waiting for the guns to bust. What's next, man? What's next? I don't know, and I don't care. One thing's faux show, tomorrow I won't be here, but if I go, I'm taking all these punks with me. Pass me a clip, G, now come and get me. You want to sweat me, never get me to be silent, giving them a reason to claim that I'm violent, killing us one by one in one way or another. America will find a way to eliminate the problem one by one. The problem is the troubles in the black youth of the ghettos, and one by one we are being wiped off the face of this earth at an extremely alarming rate. And even more alarming is the fact that we are not fighting back. Brothers, sisters, niggas. When I say niggas, it is not the nigga we are grown to fear. It is not the nigga we say as if it has no meaning, but to me it means never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Niggas, what are we going to do? Walk blind into a line? Or fight and die if we must, like niggas? This is for the masses, the lower classes, the ones you left out. Jobs were giving better living, but we were kept out, made to feel inferior, but we're superior. Break the chains in our brains that made us fear you. Pledge allegiance to a flag that neglects us. Honor a man that who refuses to respect us. Emancipation Proclamation, please. Lincoln just said that to save the nation. These are lies that we all accepted. Say no to drugs, but the government's kept it running through our community, killing the unity. The war on drugs is a war on you and me, and yet they say this is the home of the free. But if you ask me, it's all about hypocrisy. The Constitution, yo, it don't apply to me. And Lady Liberty, still the bitch lied to me. Steady strong, nobody's going to like what I saying, but it's wrong to keeping someone from learning something. So get up, it's time to start nation building. I'm fed up. We gotta start teaching children that they can be all that they want to be. There's much more to life than just poverty. This is definitely words of wisdom. America, I charge you with the crime of rape, murder, and assault, for suppressing and punishing my people. I charge you with robbery for robbing me of my history. I charge you with false imprisonment for keeping me trapped in the projects, and the jury finds you guilty on all accounts, and you are to serve the consequences of your evil schemes. Prosecutor, do you have any more evidence? Words of wisdom, they shine upon the strength of a nation. Conquer the enemy on with education. Protect yourself. Reach for what you want to do. Know thyself. Teach what we've been through on with the knowledge of the place. Then no one will ever oppress this race again. No Malcolm X in my history text. Why is that? Because he tried to educate and liberate all blacks. Why is Martin Luther King in my book? Each week he told blacks if they get smacked, turn the other cheek. I don't get it. So many questions went through my mind. I get sweated. They act as if asking questions is a crime, but forget it. One day I'm going to prove them wrong. Now every brother had to smother on the welfare line. The American dream, though it like it's attainable, they're pulling your sleeve. Don't believe, cause it will strangle you. Pulling the life of your brain. I can't explain. Beg as you can obtain from which you came. Swear that your mother is living in equality. Forgetting your brother that's living her apology. Thought they had us beaten when they took out King, but the battle ain't over till the black man sings words of wisdom. The battle ain't over till the black man sings words of wisdom. America's nightmare, is that what am? America's nightmare. Well, I am what you made me. The hate and evil hate that you gave me. I shine of a reminder of what you have done to my people for 400 plus years. You should be scared. You should be running. You should be trying to silence me, but you cannot escape fate. Well, it is my turn to come. Just as you rose, you shall fall by my hands. America, you reap what you sow. That's why I have been around clowning with the underground. I'm still down with my homies from the hometown, and if you need anything at all, I drop it all for you all. If my homies call, it's a shame you chose the dope game. Now you slang Kane on the streets with no name. It was plain that your aim was Mo Kane. You got game, now you run with no shame. I chose rapping tracks to make stacks. In fact, I travel the map with raps that spray cats, but now I don't want to down my homie. No matter how low you go, you're not lowly, and I hear that you made a few enemies, but when you need a friend, you can depend on me. Call if you need my assistance, there'll be no resistance. I'll be there in an instant. Who am I to judge another brother only on his cover? I'd be no different than the other. H to the O to the M to the I to the E. I'm down to the END, cause it's a fall in no time at all. I'm down for y'all when my homies call. Word if my homies call, that's why I wrote this song. If you ever need me, it's on. No matter who the foe, they must fall. Us against them all. I'm down to brawl if my homies call. Now tell me, what do I got to do to get through to you? To show you there's no mountain I can't climb, there's no tower too high, no plane that I can't learn how to fly. They took us for granted, took my heart and ran it straight into the planet, into the dirt. I can no longer stand it. If they don't understand the sacrifices that I made, maybe if they would have acted right, I could have stayed. I already died for you. I just cry with you. Daddy don't want you to see, but you see just as much as he did. Now you can't back down when I'm gone, but I'm trying to give you the life that I never had. I want a new life, one without a cause. I'm coming home tonight, no matter what the cost, and if the plane goes down, if the crew can't wake me up, just know that I'm alright and I was not afraid to die. Even if there's songs to sing, my children will carry me. Just know that I'm alright. I was not afraid to die because I put my faith in them. We can't ever say goodbye to this cruel world. Just know that I'm alright, man. Now can anyone tell me, have you ever loved someone so much when they know you're in their heart? Daddy, look what I made. Dad's gotta go catch a plane. Daddy's busy. Daddy's writing this song. This song ain't going to write itself. I'll give you one underdog and you got to swing by yourself. Slim Shady's crazy. Shady made me, but tonight Shady's rockabye, baby. I keep having this dream. Daddy, you said you ain't leaving no more. Daddy, please. Daddy, don't leave. Daddy, no, stop it. Daddy, don't you die on me. Daddy, better hold your ground. Man, don't I know the sound of that voice? Hey, what daddy always tell you, straighten up, little soldier, before I'm dead. We going to pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now. I will keep you safe, daddy. Let me go with you. What you crying about? Just know when I'm gone, I can see you're sad. Even when you smile, even when you laugh, I can see it in your eyes deep inside. You want to cry cause you're scared. I ain't there. Daddy's with you in your prayers. No more crying. Wipe them tears. Daddy's here. No more nightmares. We going to pull together through it. No more pain. The stewardess said to fasten my seatbelt. I guess we're crashing. If I'm not dreaming, I turn around, find a gun on the ground and cock it, put it to my brain, scream, die Shady, and pop it. This hurts, but I never show. This pain you'll never know. If only you could see when push comes to shove. You got me. When I'm gone, just carry on. Don't mourn, rejoice every time you hear the sound of my voice. Just know that I'm looking down on you, smiling, and I didn't feel a thing. Don't feel no pain. Just smile back. The sky darkens. My life flashes. The plane that I was supposed to be on crashes and burns to ashes. That's when I wake up. Alarm clocks ringing. There's birds singing. It's spring, and I hope you get this message. We family and ain't a damn thing changed unless it's you. I need to be the leader. My crew looks for me to guide them, but this ain't what I'm in hip hop for. It's not why I got in it. That was never my object, for someone to get killed. Why would I want to destroy something I helped build? It wasn't my intentions. My intentions were good, so wait to start the mourning process, rebuilding, and you're still a work in progress. Tell them I respect you. Demand it. Take control of this. Command it to be the boss. What I mean is you tell them they better hear you out. This much they owe me. Gave up my life for. I'm totally devoted, and this is how I get repaid. I've done my best to them, nothing less than perfectness. I know that if I end this, I'll no longer have nothing left. I backtrack and follow your tracks, and they keep treating you like this. They won't be coming back. Tell them they know what they have done. There's no need to go in depth. I told them they would be sorry if I left. Now they can sound the alarm. They can call out the guards. They can fence in your yard, cause they know I can pull all the cards. If they won't back down, then stupid they will feel. I went away to open up some lanes. There was no one who even knew what I was going through, on the verge of going insane. It shouldn't be this difficult to explain. This is why you came back again. They know you hate the fame but love the game. They can be as cold as ice. This is why I remain. I guess, here we go again. From now on, I'm refusing to ever give in to that feeling, like the only thing keeping you from leaping off this building. I can be a prick if you tempt me. My tank is on empty. No patience is in me, and if you offend me, I'm lifting you 10 feet in the air. I don't care who was there and who saw me, and I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the papers, the news, every day I am. Radio won't even play my jam, cause I am whatever you say I am. You can hear I'm saying this roof is caving in. This is not the end. I'm pulling for you to push through this feeling. With a little time, that should do the healing. By tomorrow you may even feel so good that you're willing to forgive them. Even after all that you've been put through, this feeling of resilience is building, and the flames are burning quick as firewood through this building. You're sealed in, but you're fireproof. Flame retardant. You withstood it. As you climb up to the roof, you're just chilling. You look down. You're so over them. You could put the heel of your foot through the ceiling. The further you put it behind you. I don't give a damn what you think. I'm doing this to show the world. If it thinks it's stopping me, you can never take my pride from me. Right now I'm on the inside looking out. I can feel the heat rising. Everything is on fire. Today's a painful reminder of why we can only get brighter. Standing in the flames, it's a beautiful kind of pain. Setting fire to yesterday and finding the light. Yesterday was the tornado warning. Today is like the morning after. Your world is torn in half. You wake and let's wait to start the mourning process, rebuilding. You're still a work in progress. Today is a whole new chapter. It's like the thunderstorm has passed you. They hurt you so bad. It's like they murdered your ass, threw dirt on your casket, but you returned from the ashes. That hurt that you just converted to gasoline while you're burning the past. Standing at inferno and chant as time passes. Things change every day, but wounds heal, but scars still remaining the same. But tomorrow that day has gone down in flames. Feel the burn. Watch the smoke as I return rising from the flames. We're going to save this world together. Now with your wings fly away and give everyone this message. Tell them I give sight to the blind, my insight through the mind. I exercise my right to express when I feel it's time. It's just all in your mind. What you interpret it as I say to fight, you take it as I'm going to whip someone's ass. If you don't understand, don't even bother to ask. Someone's trying to tell us something. Maybe this is God just saying we're responsible for this monster, this beast that we have empowered. A father who has grown up with a fatherless past, who has blown up now to rap phenomenon that has, or at least shows, no difficulty multitasking and in juggling, both perhaps mastered his craft / entrepreneur, who has helped launch a few more rap acts, who's had a few obstacles thrown his way through the last half of his career. Typical, but now moving past that rubber band man. I just snap back. How could we allow something like this without pumping our fists? Now this is our final hour. Let me be the voice in your strength and your choice. Let me simplify the rhyme just to amplify the noise. Try to amplify the times it multiply by 16 million people are equal at this high pitch. Maybe we can reach Al-Qaeda through my speech. Let the president answer a higher anarchy. No more blood for oil. We got our own battles to fight on our own soil. No more psychological warfare to trick us to thinking that we ain't loyal if we don't serve our own country. We're patronizing a hero. People might start to go berserk when I just don't see either one of us budging. So if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip? I was going to go easy on you not to hurt your feelings, but I'm only going to get this one chance. Something's wrong. I can feel it. It's just a feeling I've got, like something's about to happen. I don't know what, but if that means what I think it means, we're in trouble, big trouble. And if he is as the man he says he is, I'm not taking any chances. You were just what the doctor ordered. It's my life. In my own words, I guess there's going to be some stuff you're going to see that's going to make it hard to smile in the future, but through whatever you see, through all the rain and the pain, you gotta keep your sense of humor. You gotta be able to smile through all this bullshit. And I know sometimes you just feel tired. You feel weak. When you feel weak, you feel like you just want to give up, but you gotta search within you. Try and find that inner strength and just pull that shit out of you and get that motivation not to give up and not be a quitter no matter how bad you want to just fall flat on your face. And I know that lately I've been hard to reach. I've been too long on my own, but everybody has a private world where they can be alone. Are you calling me? Are you trying to get through? Are you reaching out for me like I'm reaching out for you? Because I know sometimes things may not always make sense to you right now, but hey, what I always tell you, straighten up little soldier, what you crying about? You got me. It's been a ride. I had to go to that place to get to this one. Now if you still are in that place and if you're trying to get out, just follow me. I'll get you there. Why are you looking puzzled? In a daze. I know it's confusing you. Daddy's always on the move. I can be a prick. If you tempt me, my tank is on empty. I'll nail their coffin. I'm going to tell them where to go. If there should ever come a time where my life's in a rut and I look like I might just give up, hey, thanks to you, I'm living life in the fast lane, moving at the speed of life. I can't slow down. I only got a gallon in the gas tank. I'm so hidden and you're never going to see. I'm cold, forgiven all because of my beliefs and I've had it. I'm too strong. I have wept for too long, for too many years, and I ain't talking about you cats that try and beat em in battles. I'ma kill you. Lyrics coming at you with supersonic speed. Some malum ma do malum ma you assuming I'm a human. What I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm superhuman, innovative, and I'm made of rubber so that anything you say is ricocheting off of me and it will glue to you. I'm devastating, more than ever demonstrating how to give a motherfucking audience a feeling like it's levitating, never fading. And I know that haters are forever waiting for the day that they can say I fell off. They will be celebrating because I know the way to get them motivated. I make elevating music, you make elevator music. Oh, he's too mainstream. Well, that's what they do when they get jealous. They confuse it. It's not hip hop, it's pop, cause I found a hella way to fuse it with rock, shock rap with doc throw on lose yourself and make 'em lose it. Like I catch a flow and get going, no remorse, I'm showing, they slowing for no one, knowing there is nothing you can do about it. I opened up doors for that homie and now he be thinking that your flow's beyond tight, but what I write I'm not joking. I flip a verse, shift to first, you think that I'm curse, with this face, with this race, maybe I should just give you a taste of what I got when I be spilling the rhymes to the plans to the plot, like what your ass forgot, like I didn't come back, with a story to a plan that I plot. You can go and take Biggie, Pac 2 rhymes it to an infinity. I'll kidnap your mom and take her to Vietnam, blow her up with a bomb while screaming, fuck your song. I'll be toking it up with a bong, back on the chronic with the doctor, it's a name you don't dare say when I kick it, you're scared straight writer, you fuckers fall prey to the roster. If you step any closer you will get hit with a dose of the illified pimping ass gang to bang to, and I ain't ashamed to get wicked with slang to know when I flow. I can give you mo, get sicker than psycho and won't let the mic go till I hear the whole crowd on they 2 feet as I go through new beats. I'm running through MCs, please you dizzy step on stage and you get socked and pushed, talking that junk like you went black, guarded your back, come battle me and you get smacked as hard as you act. When I rap I represent it and will never referee in it every minute. When I win it, you never resent it. I'm forever demented. Come up with funk. I'll never be scented. You got the point when I cleverly said it. Eminem is heading skyward. For those who thought that I would make you bored and treat you like a piece of plywood, here's confirmation. It's only fair to warn I was born with so many metaphors attached to my damn umbilical cord. Warlord of rap, little bastard with a 2x4 board that smashed into your Honda Accord while I'm pumping you full of drugs, telling them to just pull the plugs on the gunshot victims full of bullet slugs who were picked up in an ambulance and driven to receiving with the asses ripped out of their pants and given a less than 20% chance of living have a possible placement. It's a hospital patient storing the dead bodies in grandma's little basement. Doctor has arrived to perform an autopsy on you while you scream I'm still alive. Like you're drowning and I just walked in and saved you. I'm your alternate escape route, the altar you pray to, your ultimate savior. Your behavior is altered, ain't your fault. I made you, brainwashed and persuade you. Gibraltar, your faith will never falter or waver. When you cause any danger I'm your guardian angel. Nobody can tell you shit, you've already made your mind. It's blasphemy, another casualty. You will go whatever route, whatever you have to do. You blast for me, I never doubt. You will always be my hero, even though you have lost your mind, cause if he is the man he says he is, then we're in trouble, big trouble. I've been praised and labeled as crazed, full of crazy rage, an angry teenager. Nothing can change me back. Gangster rap made me act like a maniac. I was boosting so influenced by music I used it as an excuse to do shit. I was stupid, no one can tell me nothing. Hip hop overwhelmed me to the point where it had me in this whole other realm. It was like isolating myself was healthy. It felt like we was on welfare but wealthy. Compelled me to excel when school it failed me. Expelled me and when the principal would tell me I was nothing and I wouldn't amount to it. Marshall made his first million and counted it. Now look at a dropout that came back to just relive it all over again. I told you I can be shady, don't take it personal. I'll probably be the first one to send myself back in time to beat my own ass and make myself feel this freestyle flow just like I can make you do this. And when you do, just tell them you knew this and give them the bird and flip them off saying if you don't like this then you can light it up cause I was high when I wrote this. How was I supposed to know my first day in junior high? This kid said, it's you and I 3 o'clock sharp this afternoon you die. I was always sick of brawny bullies picking on me and I my snap. I looked at my watch, it was 1:20. I already gave you my lunch money, what more do you want from me? He said, don't try to run from me, you'll just make it worse. My palms were sweaty. I started to shake at first, something told me, try to fake a stomach ache, it works. I screamed, my appendix feels like they could burst. Teacher, quick, I need a nurse. What's the matter? I don't know, my leg, it hurts. Leg, I thought you said it was your tummy. I mean it is, but I also got nowhere. I need to be Mr. The fun and games are over. Just for that stunt, you're going to get some extra homework, but don't you want to give me after school detention? No, that bully wants to beat you up and I'm going to let him. I never finished school. What do you expect for me to be cool? Yes, no, I don't think so. I was still kicked out from high school for my writings and told by his principal he would never get anywhere in life if he continued to write garbage like that. She told him not to come back until he seen a psychologist to diagnose if he was insane or a threat to others. Then in school, another voice is just telling you don't you listen to them, they just pissed at you man, they're just mad you're doing shit better than them. I swear you dope, forget what they think, they don't know you. Haters lie. They don't know nothing, get mad when they take it personal. This is the world we live in. Tell em shit stays in urinals. Complex self-esteem issues. They diss you to up themselves and make themselves feel special. Understand you're up there, up where? Up here nobody can touch you. You are not a quitter, you are sicker than most of these little kids. Stop feeling bitter about yourself, you know. You're much bigger, you function on a different level. You're something like a ton bigger, your skill is humongous, you know it, so don't listen to these other kids. There's a certain line you just don't cross and he crossed it quick, no time to think, too much to do in such littlest of time. I got the MCs with Skittles put to beat with rhyme like the doc coming back just to nab me up to dump me off to the Dre Marshall. Sounds like an SOS. Holy whack, lyrical lyrics. Dre, you're fucking right to the rap mobile. Let's go. Yelling oh no, hip hop is in a state of 911 and nothing can stop it and nothing can change it. I'm back and I still don't give a fuck, and if you want to know why, cause I'm back with an axe cutting you up and putting you in little sacks, passing them off as crack sacks to a kid named Max. Like here kids, put them in your backpacks cause Diablo is back and better than ever, tickling your ass with a feather, fucking your girl Heather while her parents are out stuck in bad weather. You better watch your back cause I'll be back but I won't be black, I'll be white, putting up a fight when they're passing me the mic.